When your cat presses their paw gently against you, do you actually know what that means? Most people think it's just a small, sweet gesture. But behind that simple touch, there's something deeper that most people completely miss. It's one of the most emotionally vulnerable things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might be missing a message they've been trying to show you all along. Let's start with what that quiet little touch really means. You're sitting down, maybe scrolling on your phone, and suddenly you feel it. A soft paw resting on your arm. No claws, no pressure, just contact. Most people think it's just your cat asking for attention. But here's what's actually happening. That gentle touch isn't random. Cats are incredibly intentional with physical contact. In the wild, unnecessary touch can be risky. It exposes them. It slows them down. So when your cat reaches out and chooses to touch you, they're doing something instinctively unnatural. They're choosing connection over caution. Think about that for a second. They're not just asking for something. They're closing a distance that, by nature, they're wired to keep. And by the way, if your cat ever rests their paw on you and just leaves it there without moving, don't brush it off. We'll come back to that later, because it means more than most owners ever realize. Now here, where it gets even more interesting. Have you ever noticed your cat blinking slowly at you while doing this, or relaxing their body at the same time? Most people assume it's just comfort. But animal cognition research tells a different story. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex found that cats use slow blinking as a form of intentional communication. Here, what most people don't realize, when cats slow blink or relax during touch, their stress levels actually decrease. Their bodies release less cortisol. That means your presence isn't just tolerated, it's regulating their emotions. Think about that for a second. Your cat isn't just sitting with you. Your cat feels safer because of you. And when that paw rests on you, it becomes a physical anchor, a way of saying, "Stay here, this is safe." What makes this even more meaningful is that cats don't give that kind of emotional access easily. And this is where things shift from behavior into something much deeper. Have you ever had your cat rub against you right before placing their paw on you, or knead softly while staying close? Most people think it's just habit. But here's what's actually happening. Cats have scent glands in their paws and face. When they touch you, they're leaving behind invisible chemical signals. Pheromones. These signals mark you as familiar, as safe, as theirs. Think about that for a second. Your cat isn't just touching you. They're integrating you into their world. They're saying, "You belong in my space. You are part of what makes me feel secure." And here's the part most owners never realize. This isn't ownership in a controlling sense. It's belonging in a relational sense. You are home to them. And that small, quiet paw, that's how they reinforce it. Now, before we keep going, if you're learning something new about your cat, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. Now let's go deeper. Have you ever wondered why kittens need their mothers? That rhythmic pressing, that soft paw movement. Most people think it's just a leftover habit. But here's what's actually happening. That behavior comes from the earliest, most vulnerable stage of a cat's life. As kittens, they need to stimulate milk flow while nursing. It's directly tied to safety, nourishment, and survival. Think about that for a second. When your cat presses their paws into you now, they're not just repeating a habit. They're accessing one of the deepest memory systems they have. And here, where it gets even more powerful, they've transferred that instinct from their mother to you. That means, in their internal world, you represent safety on the same level as the one who kept them alive. So when your cat rests a paw on you, you're not just their human. You're their safe place. And not everyone gets that role. Have you ever noticed how your cat behaves differently around other people? Maybe they stay distant. Maybe they watch from afar. Most people think cats are just selective or moody. But here's what's actually happening. Cats don't distribute trust equally. Behavioral studies on domestic cats show that they form specific attachment bonds. similar to how infants attach to caregivers. Think about that for a second. Your cat chooses who gets access, who gets closeness, who gets touch. And when they place their paw on you, they're making a decision. Not just to be near you, but to be known by you. They don't do that with everyone. Which means that moment you might ignore is actually something they reserve only for you. Now let's come back to something I mentioned earlier. When your cat places their paw on you and just leaves it there. No movement, no demand, just quiet contact. This is what most owners never realize. That stillness is vulnerability. In the wild, stillness while touching something means lowering defenses. It means trusting that nothing will harm them in that moment. So when your cat rests their paw on you and stays there, they're doing something instinctively risky. They're choosing you over their own survival programming. Think about that for a second. They're saying, without words, I feel safe enough to let my guard down with you. That's not a small gesture. That's a decision. A quiet, powerful decision. And here, where it becomes even more important. What happens if that behavior suddenly stops? Have you ever noticed your cat pulling away more, not reaching out like they used to? Most people assume cats just change moods. But here's what's actually happening. Changes in contact behavior often signal stress, discomfort, or emotional distance. It doesn't mean your cat loves you less. It means something in their environment, or their internal state, has shifted. Think about that for a second. That small paw you once felt, disappearing, is communication. And this is where most owners get it wrong. They ignore the absence instead of listening to it. So if your cat stops reaching out, pay attention. Slow down, create calm, give them space but stay present. Because rebuilding that trust matters more than you think. Don't ignore it. So when your cat places their paw on you, do you actually know what that means? It's not just a cute habit. It's not random affection. That's trust. That's emotional safety. That's your cat choosing connection over instinct. And that small, gentle touch, it was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either. Like to learn more about cat psychology? Comment and share this video. Subscribe my channel now. Thank you for watching.